What's up, average dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And today was going to be a quick dump of specs with the new Realme GT5 Pro. And it is that, but I figured while I'm doing that, let's compare it to the K70 Pro from Xiaomi / Redmi and the Samsung S23 Ultra. Yes, not an in-depth full comparison, as you might not think it's a fair fight, but as I talk through this unbelievable device, you cast your own opinions. What would you prefer for the money? Let's go. So to quickly talk about some specs on the Realme. Display, 6.78 inch Full HD Plus resolution, 144 Hz LTPO display. In a nutshell, one of the best displays I've used to date. And while the difference between 120 Hz and 144 is barely noticeable to my eyes, certainly, it still counts. Other hardware aspects: the triple camera array on the rear, a 50 megapixel wide and a 50 megapixel, for me, the game changer, a 3 times, 2.7 times, but we'll say 3 for the sake of argument's sake, optical zoom lens. Typically left for a more flagship priced device. And we will talk price soon, I think you'll be surprised. Other hardware: it's UFS 4.0 storage, so the biggest and best. It's USB-C 3.2. Battery-wise, how about 5,400 milliamp hours? And would you like a 100-watt charger? Okay, Realme will pop that in the box. But wireless charging, like a lot of devices in this price range, they can't always include it. But Realme have 50 watts wireless charging on a mid-range price device. Yeah, Realme have pulled out all the stops with the GT5 Pro. And through all the reviews I've watched, and while only using the phone for a couple of hours now, I have yet to find a flaw at all. So that brings me on to the comparison with the K70 Pro. For those that watched this video last week, I will be doing a longer term review on this device, but you'll know I was blown away with the specs. Again, a triple camera setup, a fantastic display. I like the square design probably a bit better than I do the curved design of the Realme GT5 Pro. However, both are phenomenal in the hand and looking wise. I just like this orange, burnt orange vegan leather. Now the Realme does come in black and I believe white, but the only vegan leather option I could see was the orange, and I like it. Now with the K70 Pro, I talked about all the specs it packed in for £550. You could even get one as cheap as £500. Well, somehow the Realme GT5 Pro has managed to keep that price. And again, 50 watts wireless charging, 100 watts wireless charging, a triple camera setup, and the photos and videos are fantastic. It's 4K on all lenses on the rear, and praise whoever you want to praise, it's 4K selfie video as well. Something that this phone can't say. Now, I also talked at the top of the video about a comparison between the S23 Ultra. The reason I bring this up is because spec for spec, the Realme GT5 Pro goes toe to toe. The one thing, or there's a couple of things I'll give Samsung. The S Pen, obviously, the Realme doesn't have that. A 10 times optical zoom, Realme doesn't have that. But ask yourself this: would you rather pay £1,250 for a phone with an S Pen and a 10 times optical zoom? Or would you rather pay £500 for this device? Yeah, because that's how much it is. I paid £507 roughly for the Realme GT5 Pro. And this is a significant step forward for phone fans that are working towards a more realistic budget. I am filming this on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, a £1,250 device. I've got the S23 Ultra, I've got the Pixel 8 Pro. All of those, what they've got in common is over £1,000. The GT5 Pro, the K70 Pro are coming now spec for the big boys at way less than half the price. And this is only a positive thing for you and for me. Now, there's caveats to the Realme just now. This is not a global version. So whether you buy from Gizstop or other places, what Gizstop will do, and that's where I got this device, on Gizstop, can I highly recommend them. They're not as quick with delivery as WONDA Mobile, but WONDA don't have the Realme. So I went with Gizstop, it came within 7 days, and they had pre-installed Google Play Store. Then what Gizstop do that WONDA don't is they actually reseal the device. But with the Chinese ROM, you obviously have to go through the downloading all your apps, then making sure the battery saving mode has been changed on all apps that you want notifications for, putting it to high performance and turning off battery saver. But once you've done all that and auto started each app you want notifications for, so it runs in the background as well, it works just like any other device. The difference between a Chinese ROM and an EU ROM or a global ROM is becoming more and more minimal, in my opinion. Now, another question I'm going to get in the comments, so I'll try and answer now. Bans. For whatever reason, band 20 seems to be a hot topic just now. It seems to be getting phased out in a lot of Chinese ROMs. I do believe, however, and I can't test this, but I have read that this will work with band 20. You can look for yourself, correct me in the comments, but I would always advise before purchasing any device, make sure it actually works in your area, off of Wi-Fi or 5G. If you've got 5G in your area, then this phone will be perfect for you. So again, a bit of a spec dump, but also just more of an awareness piece. If you're working towards a budget, £500 today can get you what I would consider a flagship device. So, I'll be back soon with proper first impressions and more detail about in-depth specifications and my real-life use. I'll also be back with a review and obviously a full comparison between these two beasts. So if you want to see stuff like that in the English language, which not a lot is available on YouTube for the Realme, smash subscribe. If you've liked this, you know what to do. And until next time.